Hello and welcome. In this video I'll be talking about customer engagement. The customer engagement model is being used by many organizations to help them build 21st century relationships with past, present and future customers in an online environment. I think that this model could be very useful for learning providers and voluntary sector organizations. It could be used as the basis for your strategic approach to stakeholder engagement and networking now and in the future. We no longer bark at our customers. We aim at long-term engagement, encouraging loyalty, advocacy through social networking and other interactive communication tools. How have we as customers changed over the last 10 years? Now we have more choice, we have more skills and information to be able to make those choices. As audiences for advertising, we're fragmented. We get our advertising from lots of different places. We have less faith in advertising and more in our peers. Some sources say that only 14% of people trust advertising and 90% of consumers trust peer recommendations. We're also broadcasters, so we're able to let our networks know what we're thinking and how we feel as customers. We can amplify messages from advertisers if we buy into them, or undermine them if we don't. So if we as customers have changed in these ways over the last 10 years, then the people who we want to engage with, or our customers, will have changed too. This isn't about how we want to communicate with customers, or bark at customers. It's about how they want to communicate with us. We need to identify and open up a range of channels of communication that customers and potential customers already use, giving them every opportunity to speak and be part of the conversation. We need to listen and respond. Engaged customers are more satisfied and more loyal, more likely to be your advocate, aware of the issues, and more likely to complain to you, not about you. They're more willing to recommend ways to improve your service. Customers have many new ways to engage with your organization, and the use of social media is growing all the time. Perhaps you shop on Amazon, and perhaps you read the reviews before you buy. Perhaps you check out TripAdvisor before you book your holiday or visit a restaurant. There are many online forums where people are talking about products and services. Are people talking about your organization? Are you part of the conversation? Let's have a look at some social media tools that might help us with our customer engagement. You're probably familiar with Facebook, which allows you to network with friends and colleagues. Many organizations are now using Facebook as a shopfront, where learners and customers can access services and information. Most post-16 education providers in Wales now have a Facebook page. Some organisations don't have access to Facebook or have issues around privacy. Yammer is a tool which could be used instead of Facebook if people prefer a private environment. Organisations that have a lot of visual resources have started to use Pinterest to share their own and other people's pictures. Customers can like, follow and repin you. Twitter is a fast way to build connections and share information with a network of people who may be customers or other stakeholders. You can tweet links to events, resources, blogs or photos. Also, conversations can develop around keywords or hashtags. If you would like people to be able to comment online instantly but you don't want to use Twitter, try today's Meet. You can set up a private room for free and keep it for up to a year. People can only type for 140 characters like Twitter, and you can cut and paste the messages straight into a saved document. Blogging can be a great customer engagement tool. Blogs offer an opportunity for providers and learners to share their thoughts, progress, pictures, videos and news. People you follow can follow your blog and share it with their networks too. There are many free blogging tools to choose from. Have a look at WordPress, Blogger and Tumblr for a range of styles. YouTube is also a powerful customer engagement tool. Many organizations find that customers respond well to videos, which can be more engaging and accessible than text-based communications. Customers are able to comment on videos and share them with their network. Sharing photos can also be a wonderful way of making customers aware of our services and events. Flickr is one tool, but there are many free photo sharing tools online. I'm not promoting any fast food chain here, but I wanted to show you an example of how social media can be combined to a good effect. Billboards were placed in Piccadilly Circus for customers to pose in front of. They posted their photos on Flickr and the company made a video of the best ones which they shared via their networks. There are a few other social tools to link in with your social media which will enable your customers to communicate with you. One of these is Skype, which may be better than the telephone for some people. Another is texting. Many people now prefer to communicate by text as it's cheap and accessible. A third way of communicating might be by using online surveys like SurveyMonkey or Google Forms. Many organizations are already using this kind of tool, and surveys can be promoted and shared using your social media networks. This motor company has a very impressive social media approach. They have a blog, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube channel, customer forum, and website. All the channels are linked together, and customers can communicate with the company by using different number of tools. In this way, the company reaches the maximum number of people who live their lives online. They go to where the people are. Using social media, I think organizations could use shared communication tools. I think they could measure engagement. They can engage with new contacts through the advocacy of existing contacts and have ongoing relationships with stakeholders. They could find out the needs and gather feedback and retain that engagement into the future. We can also develop our services. So what do we need to be able to use the customer engagement model in our organizations? We need awareness of the tools and technologies. What is out there and how can it help? We need connectivity, devices, and the freedom to use the tools which will help us. We need digital literacy skills to be able to access and use these tools safely and wisely. This applied to us, the staff and who we work with, and the learners and other stakeholders in our networks. We need the confidence to lead the way with our staff and customers. And we need encouragement and support for our staff and customers too. We need evidence that the customer engagement model is making a difference. We can share our experiences of using social media and the impact that it has had on our organisation. The evidence can take a number of forms like numbers of followers or likes, but asking customers is the best way. I hope I've demonstrated that the customer engagement model could be very useful for learning providers and voluntary sector organisations. If you're planning to use social media to engage with learners and other stakeholders, think about taking a strategic approach and supporting and encouraging staff as they're developing their skills. Jisc services can give you advice, guidance and support. Jisc RSC Wells can help you with your next steps. Please do get in touch. We're happy to help.